versus the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about. Versus the world. We don't fuck around. If we did, we found out we are drunks. Versus the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drunks vs. the World. I am Jason, one of your hosts, and to my left, I have
Donald Trump
Junior.
That doesn't sound like Junior.
Oh, no.
Junior's alright. My favorite is Ivanka.
She's so hot.
She's
I
so
know-
beautiful.
I know I could date her.
If I weren't married, I'd tell you what.
Shut the fuck up. And right across from me, we have
My name is Lucas.
not Donald Trump.
Not Donald Trump, not Eric Trump. God,
Not
even
Eric.
Eric Trump doesn't want to be Eric Trump.
Yeah, Eric, I don't know a lot about him.
He's an idiot.
He's basically the black sheep.
Yeah.
That,
So he's the blonde one, right?
Yeah.
Not the
Yeah.
stupid, the bearded one.
Yeah, he's the idiot.
Is he the oldest one?
I think it's Eric, then Ivanka, then
I'm not even sure.
Well, the bearded one's dating that hot Fox News lawyer.
No, she's not hot.
Oh,
Kimberly Guilfoyle?
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Come on. She's
No,
hot.
she looks worse than Starlight from
She do.
The Boys.
That's what we need to talk about.
more.
The
She's
Boys.
had more plastic surgery than Starlight has,
Dude,
Like,
what she did to her face, Starlight.
and,
whatever.
and Kimberly Guilfoyle. Look her up when she was married to Gavin Newsom. She was
What?
much more attractive.
She was
back
married to Gavin Newsom?
then. Yep.
Kim Guilfoyle?
Kimberly.
No way.
Blew my
she was
mind.
married to.
Yeah.
no way.
Are you serious?
It completely blew my mind when I learned that. 'Cause I
How
was
long?
like,
Really?
I'm not sure.
That's
But
fucked
she was way better looking back then. Before,
Well, she aged a little bit. But
well, it's not even the age. It's her face.
they were married for 5 years. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yep, I was like, how did she go from I don't want to say a far left liberal. He's definitely more to the left than a lot of
Yeah, it's one extreme to the other.
yeah.
Wow.
But, yeah, to go from that to Eric or to Don Jr.
So
like,
she's just a fucking
she likes power. That's
power
clearly-
chaser.
Mhm.
Wow. Well, she's still hot.
I disagree.
Oh, come on. She comes like, Lucas, I want to fucking fuck you. You'd be like, yeah.
Let me see what the first.
So, I do have a question for you guys. Have you guys heard the rumor that Kourtney Kardashian's her, not the kid that she has with Travis Barker, but the one before that, is apparently fucking Justin Bieber's.
I don't believe that.
Dude, there's apparently
I think they might have
there was
hooked up.
DNA. Well, fuck, dude. When they were supposedly just friends, he was 15 and she was like fucking 20 something. I'm
No,
pretty sure
I
she
think
banged
the
him.
photos I've seen when they were hanging out, he was older than 15.
No, like she was. This was like. If I remember right, he was like on the break with fucking
Selena
Gomez before him and Haley hooked up. But yeah, he supposedly they were just friends, but apparently they banged. And there was and Chloe was the one who put it out there that there's a DNA test that it's Justin Bieber's kid. And then on top of it, he just got a DUI, and so did Justin Timberlake. And
Oh, I didn't hear about Bieber's.
yeah, Bieber got a DUI, and Timberlake.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
Yeah, that's
and the
what he
cop
told
is
the
like,
cop.
what tour?
Yeah, I still didn't know that he had a tour.
I didn't. He sucks.
And then he turned around, and the cop was like, whatever. But apparently, wherever he was at some hotel bar in the Hamptons, and he got all fucked up off of. It wasn't. He said he had one martini, right?
Okay.
But a lot of celebrities that were there said that he was also. He'd had some cocaine and did some fucking Molly and a bunch of other shit. And he was grabbing other people's drinks and hammering them down. And but yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said he ended up drinking like a whole bottle of whiskey or something that night.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and so he.
Do
got-
they disclose what they blow, like in the breathalyzer or anything like that?
they're not. I'm sure his. You know what? His DUI case is going to get strung out for probably 2-3 years.
I bet
Yeah.
it just gets quietly settled
Yeah.
behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
As long as it
It's-
doesn't ruin the tour.
the tour is all that
Especially
matters.
because of where it happened, the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is, and his wife was filming a new TV show when she found out.
Oh, what's her
Jessica
name again?
Biel.
Yeah.
Jessica Biel.
I can't believe they're still together.
Yeah, they've been going strong
yeah.
for a while.
You know, they have in their prenup that for every time if he ever cheats on her, he has to pay her $1 million. That's it, well, obviously if he gets caught, basically.
At the time, that probably seemed like a big deal. To her now, I'm sure she has millions anyway.
Yeah. It's,
Well, if they ever fucking split the sheets, she's gonna get a
Yeah.
huge chunk of his money,
These-
especially if it has to do with fucking cheating.
Jessica Biel's hot though.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
this
Why would you
like
ever?
I get caught up into it too, but this celebrity shit is just
Oh
dumb.
yeah, it's
Why do we care?
Because well,
They're famous.
yeah. I seen a video of Lucas's woman
Oh,
on Instagram as I was putting our
is she out of the hospital?
Oh yeah, and
Good.
she's skinny as fuck.
I
think
I
she has
heard
an
something
eating-
about Ozempic or
I think she has like an eating
No,
disorder.
she's got an
and
eating
stuff.
disorder, and
Oh.
then she's also, but you can see her. She's extremely skinny, and she's dancing with this other chick.
nice.
Like they're just doing a video, like that it was strictly for Instagram because she's like number 5 in overall followers on Instagram,
Jesus.
and she was wearing these. They're supposed to be Daisy Dukes, right, with the fuzzy or the frayed ends. And she was so fucking skinny that they could not
Looked
fit.
like fucking baggy
they
pants.
they looked like fucking hula skirt. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with her? And granted, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. But I think she just had a lot of fucking hard shit happen to her in LA. I guess it's for
Yeah, I don't know
for
if-
actresses, it's just horrible
Yeah,
for
she
'em.
should move to Fargo, North Dakota. It's quiet. But,
You have a place for her to stay.
Yeah, I'll kick Emma out of her room.
Now,
And
you know, nice chain to make sure she
who
can't
am I?
leave.
Who am I kidding? I would move into like Emma's room and give
yeah.
Yeah.
Kate the master.
Yeah.
You can show her, hey, I have a really nice lock on my basement door, and you want to see it,
You want to see how strong it is? Go in there. Try and get
a
out.
shot.
Right. You want to see how roomy the trunk of my car is,
I don't have a trunk. It's a hatchback.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well then.
Still make that work.
Yeah, I got a U-Haul. Look at all the activities we can do. Now try that light. Let me shut the door. Check that light. Then, now he's got her.
Got
Now
him.
he's got him.
Got him.
Yeah, I seen those things, and the Kardashian thing doesn't fucking surprise me any, because if you look at Kourtney Kardashian wrong, she's pregnant.
Yeah, I don't know how many kids they have.
She has 4. 2 with that Scott Disick. Apparently, the third one was supposed to be his. But like I said, Chloe said that there was DNA test done, and they tried everything they could to keep it on the fucking DL because Mr. Bieber was underage. And then
I don't know about that.
I bet
I like
ya.
the idea of Kim or whoever it was that you said revealed this, being like, "Gosh,
Chloe?
we tried to keep this under wraps, but Justin Bieber is the father." Like she's
Yeah.
just spewing it out there. Like
Chloe's the one that everybody, or people are speculating was OG's kid.
Yeah, which is not true.
Right.
It's fun to talk
now
about.
she looks like Robert.
Chloe?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that Chloe's the tall one. And she was a little bit, for a while, she was the thicker one. She
Most
was
athletic one.
she was married to Odom,
Lamar, yeah.
Lamar. Yeah, and then when she found out that he was
I
banging
think she
fucking
banged James
hookers-
Harden, too. One of them banged James Harden.
Oh, that was probably Kim.
Did you guys see the Ray J? Because that was the
Porno.
the big
Ray
Ray
J.
J and Kim. That was Kim's first sex tape
was
that
her-
got released.
yeah.
Oh, that's the one that made her famous.
It was her
Yeah.
and Ray J, And
It's a
Ray,
good, not a bad video.
Never seen
in
it.
the last couple weeks or something, Ray J has pontificated on like he wonders if that sex tape changed the course of history.
I think it.
I mean,
To say history,
like
that's-
technically everything changes the
Right,
course of
yeah,
history,
right,
but
yeah.
I mean,
to think like he's some sort of god or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. They didn't change any fucking amendments or.
Yeah.
What would have happened if I didn't fuck her?
it's not like it changed the like people
Yeah.
aren't dying from hunger
Yeah.
because this video came out.
If anything, that made the world worse.
But
Probably.
it changed fucking Kim's trajectory or her future
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
because and she. Oh, I don't know how that got out. Well, she's seen what happened with Paris's
Exactly.
One Night in Paris. Have you seen that one? Paris can suck a dick.
But
Yes, you can.
best sex tape of all time?
Pam and Tommy.
Yes.
Pam.
And I don't think it'll. I don't. There's no. That's number one.
Pam, dude.
I've
Tom-
never actually watched it, so
I haven't either.
Pam,
I've only seen the.
Pam can suck a dick.
Yeah.
You know, you got fucking Tommy Lee's mom.
Did you watch it?
I've seen it. Of course, I've seen it. I had to see Pam.
They like had a. There was a DVD that got released of it, right?
Yeah, have you? Well, it's this. Apparently, a lot of the shit that was in that Hulu fucking TV show.
Yeah.
Was true.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the guy got pissed off because Tommy's a dick. And so this guy found this video
Yeah.
and released it. And the guy that actually released it got screwed in the deal. It's the highest grossing porno of all time.
Mhm.
It made more money than any porno ever made.
Yeah.
And it's all because everybody wanted to see what you didn't see on Playboy. In Playboy.
Yeah. Pam Anderson in her prime was
Yeah.
as big as anything.
You know
And-
what? She still doesn't look bad. I mean, she's in her close to 60, and she still looks pretty
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
And I think what made that tape so big was that this was not at a time that it was easy to get
No,
like good
pre-internet.
high quality porn. This was like at the advent of the internet where
Yep.
you were trying to find sites that had usernames and passwords for porn sites and stuff.
Yep.
And so everyone because of Baywatch
yeah.
fucking wanted to see Pamela Anderson naked.
Who didn't?
And then when that came out, got leaked, that
Yeah.
was
Big time.
Yep.
that was the holy grail of pornography at that
then,
time.
And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden, all these other, what do you call them? Celebrities are accidentally got their shit leaked and stolen. Bullshit. Because then after that one, like 3 years later or 2 years later, Vince, somebody stole my porno. Whatever, dude.
Yeah,
So
who
we said,
cares?
so that yeah.
Yeah.
I seen that one too. I watched like 30 seconds of that. I was like, whatever.
He's like, that was enough. I'm finished.
yeah. Well, fuck, I can hardly make it past the fucking first the commercials at the beginning.
You heard
Yeah.
it was Vince in the video, and you're like, oh, done.
Yep, I was just looking at the fucking cover and I was done. And then I heard that there. I haven't seen it, but I heard there's one about that has Kid Rock and Scott Stapp. Fucking
And that's it.
in
Just
like
those two.
Just them.
a four-way. And then obviously we've heard about Paris Hilton and the one night in China, one night in Paris.
Yeah.
Because of China, what's her Allie? Not Allie. Fuck, I can't remember China's real name. And then you had all these celebrities that I don't know how Mike Porno got leaked.
Well, what happened?
Yeah.
Like
Listen.
as they're live streaming it on Pornhub, like, how did this get out there?
Yeah. Yeah. You got it. You signed a fucking NDA.
Yeah.
Oh. Celebrity pornos, they're boring.
Yeah,
Most of them are.
At this point now, no one really cares, other than like, okay, I want to see what their tits look like. Okay,
That's about
fine,
it.
but-
And nobody gives a shit who the dude is. And the only reason, because of Tommy Lee, because that fucking dude's got a dong the size of a fucking ruler. You know?
Yeah.
And then he was at the time at the peak of his fucking musical
Stardom and-
at the time I think they peaked a couple of times, but then you had the bombshell at the time.
Yep.
fucking Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
You know,
In her prime.
in her prime, and then you know, you've heard all the stories. Like she ended up marrying. She's got a
She was like
documentary on fucking Netflix. It's actually really, really good. She ended up dating. She married like a carpenter after she got done with like Chris Rock and all these other guys for a while.
I didn't realize how like of a good girl, Christian girl she was
Oh yeah.
before.
And she got found. She was at some Canadian fucking like football or basketball or baseball game, and somebody just she got zoomed in on by a camera, and they seen her. And I think it was Molson beer, that Canadian beer, that were like, "Hey, we want her as our fucking our model or whatever." And that's how her career started, as a model, and then she got into fucking
She was on Home Improvement.
Yep. And then she was in Baywatch, and then she had that stupid fucking movie called Live Wire.
Yeah, Barbed Wire or something.
Barbed Wire, yep.
Yeah, I never saw it. I heard it was atrocious.
The problem with it is that they thought they could make this movie suck as bad as it wanted because it had Pam Anderson in it.
It's like, but Baywatch does it. Why can't we do
Yeah.
it?
And I mean, but the Barbed Wire, I mean, it's an actual graphic novel.
Is it?
Yeah, it's about a female bounty hunter, and I think it's the post-apocalypse. And yeah, I mean, some of it isn't bad. I guess I've only seen it once. I wouldn't mind seeing it again just to see.
Just to see.
But she's trying to make a comeback, which since they did that show on Hulu about her and Tommy and the video, and then she did her little cameo in the fucking Baywatch movie. She actually did a show Broadway. She's made it to Broadway. Apparently, she's actually a lot of a better actress than people are giving her credit for. I mean, everybody thought she just had great tits and was hot. And
You do have talent.
I mean, she really is. So kind of cool. I like
Yeah,
it.
good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah. How about that?
How about that? How about that?
Have you, Lucas? Have you watched? I didn't hear. Did you watch the episode of The Boys yet?
No. I've been waiting because I kind of want to watch. I want to wait till they're all out.
You want to binge it?
So that, yeah, if I'm enjoying it, I can just binge
It's kind
it.
of what I'm waiting for. House of Dragons.
Same.
I
I haven't watched that yet either because I'm
heard
waiting for
that
that.
first one was good.
Yeah, first season's fucking incredible.
Yeah, even the first episode of this season I heard was really good.
So with The Boys, I tried to wait, but I couldn't find anything I really
Couldn't
wanted to watch.
resist.
There was my Netflix on the TV was acting up, and I didn't want to stream it from my phone. So I was like, "Fuck it." I'll
There
watch
is
The
a
Boys.
good Nazi Hitler series on Netflix. Do you see that?
Oh, is that
It's
the
about
one?
the Nuremberg trials,
No, I didn't, but I'll have
which
to
is
watch
pretty
it.
good.
What is it with you and Nazis?
It's a hell of a story.
We go to your basement, and you got a bunch of swastikas. and,
yeah.
you know,
I
you got your house cleaner's Jew. It's kind of weird.
That's just a coincidence.
Yeah, my ass, a coincidence.
Someone should do like a spoof of People's Court, but it's like it's Nazi versus like some well, it could be but like they're trying
Judge Judy.
they're trying a Nazi on the People's Court like
Yeah, I guessed a few Jews.
A drunk person of the world does People's Court.
Yeah.
What do you guys? What's your guys' judgeship or whatever all about? What is your show about? Oh, hate crime.
Yeah.
Hate crime. Possible genocide. We go after the real stuff.
What's
not,
crazy?
Not you are not the father.
Yeah. What's crazy is like the USA and even some of Europe, after all the World War II shit went down, recruited these Nazis to help them with NASA.
our space program is built by Nazis.
Yeah.
So is our fucking nuclear program.
You
our
think that
atomic
was
program.
a smart thing or not a good thing? Or
At the time, I definitely would have. I mean, first off, I don't know enough about each of these people individually to know what they were, what was their culpability in
Right.
in the
But
Holocaust?
even like yeah, where do you draw the line? Like,
Yeah.
okay, you killed somebody, so you're not you can't be a part of it.
Well, so now the SS, the main Nazi hunting is because they're looking for the SS. They're looking for the guys that were in charge of fucking concentration camps and labor camps, shit like that. That's who they're looking for. But a lot of the German scientists and shit, they didn't have much choice, I don't think.
Yeah.
But we don't know,
Yep.
you know. And then the ones that did come over, again, that helped with the space race and our atomic age with Oppenheimer and all them.
Yep.
Yep. It wasn't hard to recruit them. Once some of them said, once the United States says, you come over and you help us build this fucking bomb,
we'll cut your sentence.
well,
Or-
we'll give you immunity.
yeah.
And how do you fucking say you're going to be immune to genocide? Well, I think a lot of it has to do with because the German scientists didn't have anything to do with. I don't think they had anything to do with like the concentration camps and the mass killing genocide.
I mean, some of
probably
them,
didn't, but-
like Mendeleev did because he
Yeah.
was the big, crazy.
Well, he was the one who came up with the gas that fucking gassed them, wasn't it?
and he. I don't know if he was responsible for that, but he was like the one trying to. God, he wanted to do. What do they call it now? I can't think of what it's called.
Yeah.
But
But
that guy, he definitely was a bad scientist, a crazy one.
Yeah.
Right.
And then like the concentration camps were just supposed to be labor camps.
Yeah,
They
they
weren't originally intended for Jews to be killed there, but
Right.
originally they were just killing the Jews, but the German people that were shooting them had such bad PTSD from it that they're like, let's find a better ways to help
So-
out the people that
yes.
aren't shooting them.
Yeah,
A more
yes.
humane way to
So
deal
let's
with it.
let's
So you don't have to
create
see it. You don't have to
Yes.
feel responsible
Correct.
for it.
let's
Yes.
create a fucking 8,000 square foot oven to cook these fucking people. Hey, let's
Yeah.
go in there for a minute. Go
That
on,
way you're
we'll-
not directly involved with
yeah,
it. You're
we'll-
indirectly involved
We'll
with it.
meet you in there in a minute, and then you lock the fucking doors. They hit a button and fry these fucking
Yeah.
people.
It's such a fucked up story.
What do you-
It didn't happen that long ago.
No, and it's happening again right now.
Where?
Israel is the one doing it. They are genociding the Gazans.
Well, they're not like there's
right
not
now.
concentration camps.
No,
and
they're
shit, but-
well. Gaza is basically one giant concentration camp because Israel controls everything in and out.
Yeah.
So-
Who started it?
Huh?
Who bombed who first?
This goes way back.
No, I'm talking
I
about
see.
there was a peace deal, and then all of a sudden missiles started coming from Palestinians.
So if you want to believe what they say right now, it started on October 7th when they killed 700 people and took 200 and some hostages, which it's a very convenient act that they provided Israel to blame that on. But over the past 20 years, Israel has killed more non-combatant children in Gaza than has been committed in any war across the last 40 years.
So, I just want to get this straight really quick. Is that I'm not going to really comment on this because I don't know the numbers. I mean, I know that you may know the numbers, and but also we all know that there's two sides to each fucking thing. Two sides. There could be numbers from this side, numbers from that side. That's why I'm not going to comment because this could end up being a very bad conversation.
Even if you believe the numbers from Israel, it is atrocious.
No, I'm just saying from either side. I'm saying, I mean, you hear on one side that it was Israel fucking has been doing this, and Palestinians have been doing that. I mean, you could go to any major college and you're gonna see arguments from both sides that know more about it than we do.
Let me just, I'll say, here's the last thing I'll say on it, because people don't seem to understand just how bad it is in Israel if you're a Palestinian. Even if you're not a Palestinian in Gaza, a Palestinian that lives in Israel. Mm-hmm. They like to say, oh, you have all the same rights. Not true. There's special roads that you have to drive on. But even disregarding all of that, there's a Palestinian. This happened last week. He owned a shop in, I don't remember if it was Jerusalem or Tel Aviv. Doesn't matter. And he had posted a sign on his wall in support of Palestinians, not in support of Hamas, nothing like that. In support of Palestinians. A Jewish man saw the sign and got so upset that he shot him. He shot this shop owner. Didn't kill him, thankfully. Shot him. Police showed up, arrested the shop owner. The guy that shot him, free to go. Purely because he expressed support for Palestinians. There's something, I forget what the term is. Basically, you can declare someone is this term, whatever, it's an Israeli term. And at that point, it becomes legal for you to kill them because they are an enemy now. It's insane.
Oh,
but you don't see this stuff on American news because they don't want to. Israel's our ally, so they don't want to do anything to.
Yeah, I'm with you. This shit's been going on for hundreds of years. I can't even comment. On
that's why. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know enough about it.
Exactly, and the thing is with like this type of shit. I mean, there's media bias on both sides of the fucking coin, to where you don't know exactly. I mean, when it comes down to it, we've talked about in the past, Lucas, when it comes down to politics at all, it all depends on which side you decide you want to believe in, and that's just unfortunate.
This is slightly different in that it's the media bias only goes one way. It only goes the pro-Israel way, and it's because this is the one issue that Republicans and Democrats, establishment Republicans, establishment Democrats can agree on. Israel can do no wrong. It doesn't matter. You can ask them, okay, what's the line? How many civilian deaths are too many? And they'll be like, well, any is too many. Would 100,000 be too many? And they'll be like, it's too many, but it would still be worth it. Which, I'm sorry, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
When you see children 4 years old shot in the head by Israeli soldiers, and it just gets brushed aside.
But that's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying. Is that you don't see the Palestinian side either. You don't see how many Palestinian kids have been shot in the head by.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Or Israeli children shot by Palestinians. That's what I'm saying.
It's because it doesn't happen.
You don't know that.
If it happened, they would be showing it day in, day out on the news.
I don't know. Again, that's where I come with. That's where I'm saying about the media bias.
The Israeli, well, first off, they just passed new laws in Israel after this to stop. If you say something they shut down Al Jazeera in Israel because they were reporting, honestly on the war.
It's bullshit. Yeah, I seen what you're talking about.
I think people have a view of Israel as an American style democracy in the Middle East. It is not true at all. They are a fascist, authoritarian. Well, not authoritarian. They still are democratic. It's just that 75% of the parties there are very, very anti-Palestine.
Yeah, and you get. I think a lot of that. Unfortunately, we both know it's not even a cultural thing there with what's going on in Israel and Palestine. It's straight up religious beliefs.
Yeah, that
is the fucking problem that we have been dealing with for 10,000 years as a fucking society. Any type of fucking since the day that you could fucking grunt out an actual word. Mm-hmm. Religion starts more fucking wars than anything.
Yeah, it's not unique to the Israel-Gaza thing.
Right. You're correct, 100%.
I made a couple prop bets this week on the
Did ya?
debate.
And
Oh, I thought you were going to say on the war.
On the war. Oh, yeah.
You're taking Palestine.
Yeah.
Taking Palestine
3-1.
at minus 25,000.
Oh, it would be.
It would be way worse than that. Even like
you put
you're like
$100
minus
on
a million. You put a dollar
On
bet on
Palestine?
Palestine, and you win $1 million. 'Cause, no, they have no chance.
Put $100 on that shit.
So you minus 20,000 million on
He said minus
Palace?
25,000 on Palestine.
Sorry, yeah, I had it backwards. Plus
Okay,
whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
if you bet $1,
Right.
you win
Yeah,
an
yeah,
extra
yeah.
20,000. Yeah.
Those are good odds.
That's what I'm saying. Put that $100 down on that shit. We'll see what happens after.
I'm rich. I'm rich.
Your one bet single-handedly crashes the world's economy.
Hey,
I'll
Justin,
do
what are you
it.
going to do for us? Since we're going to let you in on our lottery deal. Okay, Jason, you and your Native Americans have all your land back. Cool. You guys leaving the United States
Yeah,
then?
see, yeah, well,
you
yeah.
all leaving the United States?
My bet will make the world better.
I make the greatest bets.
nobody knows the world like I do.
I can make the best bets.
Nobody knows. I make the best bets.
All right, so let's hear these bets.
All right. Debate Wednesday: Biden versus Trump. RFK. I wish you were there, but they fucked you. Number of times Trump says the word stolen or rigged.
Ooh.
I made a bet. What do you think that what do you think the
So it's
the
an
line
hour
is?
debate, right?
I think it's
Hour and a half.
Hour
it
and a
could
half.
go.
Okay. I bet you at least 25 times.
That's exactly what
Are
I
you
was
serious?
thinking. I would
Oh,
say
yeah.
over 25.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. So it was set at 9.5, and I said under 9.5.
Under? Oh, he's
Yeah.
definitely going.
He's not going to say it more
Oh,
than.
fuck. Are you kidding me?
rigged.
He's not going to say that more than 9 times.
I think he's gonna every single question. I think he's gonna relate back to the rigged
He's not
election.
going to. He'll say it. Not. He won't say it more than 9 times.
Oh, he will.
Oh, yeah.
No, he
Oh,
won't.
yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I bet 30 to win
Yeah,
25.
he can't talk about how hot Ivanka is without saying how many times he got screwed in
But
the
I
election.
mean, the debates they ask different questions, and he'll say it, but he's not going to say it over 9
oh,
times.
he's going to say it 9 times. At
I think
least
his
25.
problem is that there's only certain things that he wants to say at any time. He's not gonna prepare for like policy questions and stuff. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna ramble for every question, and
He
that
will.
is gonna be on his mind all the time. So I think he's gonna say it.
Is there a
But,
way to
I mean, it's specific words, stolen or rigged,
Stolen
which he
or
does say a
rigged.
lot. But
Is-
9.5 is a lot.
is there a where you can make a bet about how many times either one of them can't fucking spring out a full sentence?
Yeah.
I didn't
Man,
see
I say
that.
both of them.
I'll pull
Oh,
up the
yeah.
prop bets.
'Cause they-
The second one I made was who wins the debate per a CNN poll.
Biden.
Biden was plus 100. I
Yeah.
bet on Biden.
Yeah, that's
Because
Yeah.
not because I necessarily think he's going to win the debate, but because it's CNN.
Yeah.
they're gonna
yeah.
just-
Yeah.
Their audience
Biased.
is definitely gonna skew
Yeah.
more towards
yes.
Biden.
Did you see one of Trump's ideas to win the fucking collegiate vote? He said, and not just the collegiate vote, but the immigration vote. He said that every illegal alien that comes to school here and they get a degree, they graduate college, will get a green card. That's what he wants to do. You can't tell me that's not a great policy.
I think that's a fine policy. I just don't think it will fly with Republicans. They'll let him say it. They'll never do it.
But he
Here's
could-
a thought I
but
had.
he could do a what do you call it,
Can try an executive order.
executive order.
It's yeah.
Tell me
I don't
if
know
this
how-
is a horrible idea or not.
I can see
pretty
I can
bad.
I can see Congress or the whatever to fucking block it, but they would make a fucking huge. The Republicans
I
would
think-
make a huge mistake with that. if
I
they
think
did.
Democrats would actually be for that. I don't think
I'm-
Republicans would accept that at all.
Like that's why I'm saying is that with that idea, he's looking at. He's not. Let's put it this way: if he says it just like any other motherfucker who's ran for president has said things, and it never fucking followed through with it, this could be one of those. But what do they call them? Those the dreamers.
yeah, that's what they call them, dreamers.
That will fucking ring high in the ranks of the illegal immigrants and or the fucking college students.
I wonder if he just said that recently because right now Biden is trying to. I think he's doing an executive order to try and protect dreamers in the country so that they don't get deported.
Right.
So that could be the Trump campaign's,
answer to what Biden's trying to do.
Yeah.
I think I'll be honest with you. I think it's a great fucking idea. If your parents were fucking illegal immigrants and you came in, and I may not agree on illegal immigrants, but if they're going to college here and they fucking get a degree, I'm not talking like pilot's license, I'm talking about that type of shit. I'm talking about like they get a degree in say business or they get a law degree, whatever. They get that degree, then you know what? Here's your fucking diploma. Here's your green card.
I even think you can go a little bit farther and say, because first off, I don't think anybody that was born here should ever be kicked out. Like, they're here through, like, dreamers are here through no choice of their own. They were born here. It's the only place that they know. It's the only language they speak in a lot of cases.
Isn't the current immigration policy that if you're born here, you are a citizen?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the parents that can get the fuck out.
But I also don't think you can just kick their parents out. But you can do things. You can say, okay, maybe you take citizenship off the table for them. Like, you're never going to be able to become a citizen if you're here illegally, but you have a child. Maybe you can get a green card down the road, but you're never going to get full citizenship status or something. There's things that can be done, but I don't think you should ever deport someone.
Yeah.
Who was born here and they don't speak Spanish. They don't.
Yeah.
What are they supposed to do?
Yeah.
I worked with a guy whose parents came here illegally. He doesn't have a bank account because he doesn't have a social security number. He can't get credit. Guy had a really nice car. Had to pay cash for it, saved up for it.
Pontiac.
And I feel bad for the guy. I really do, because he's a nice guy. And he's doing his best to try to... He's a smart guy. He really is. But it's unfortunate for him because of the way shit's going down for him now. I don't believe he was born here. But he does know Spanish and he does know English. But I think he said that him and his parents came here. Moved, basically. I think he was like 3 or 4 years old. And so but it's just unfortunate the guy can't get a bank account.
Yeah.
Do I think that's wrong? Yes and no, because if I have to have a social security card to get one, everybody else should too. But he should have an easier way to get it than a lot of people, because at least the guy is not fucking he doesn't bullshit himself. He doesn't lie to anybody, tell him that he's from here. The fucking guy, once I found out, because he was always giving me shit for being Native American, I was like, motherfucker, I will call ISIS on you. I will call, or not ISIS, but I'll call your ass is going back tomorrow.
Excuse me, sir, ISIS? You're going to call ISIS?
I was thinking of Archer.
Oh, yeah. They had to change that after like season 4 or whatever. Because ISIS kind of took that name and made it
bastards.
bad.
Here's my idea. This is how I'm solving immigration.
All right, drunk versus the world, immigration policy.
Destroy the world.
Yeah.
There's no more immigration.
You know, Ellis Island worked. Why don't we bring that back to the border?
Well, it still works. It's still there.
We don't have an Ellis Island system at the southern border.
We do.
Actually, I think we do.
We do. We have it on every border.
I think any border crossing is technically, you can go to that border crossing and say...
They don't have like doctors or a system like, what's your name?
Yeah.
They don't test them there's no verification or qualifications you have to go through. All right, you're good. You can get in. That's what
the biggest problem
we need
is
an Ellis Island system at the border.
The biggest problem is that there are literally the immigration is fucking backlogged.
Yeah, there's too many years.
So is Ellis Island.
Yes.
The problem is that they won't. they won't give funding to the Department of Homeland Security or the Border Patrol that they need. Because right now this is going away from immigration, but to the drug thing, the
war on drugs. Yeah,
there are there's very specific equipment to scan vehicles for things like fentanyl, and they have all the machines. They purchased all the machines, but they don't have any of them installed because they don't have the budget to do it. And so,
you need to fund.
So no one wants to, pass the funding to install them, and
which is ridiculous. I mean, we talked about this a few weeks ago about that fucking seizure of all those illegal handguns that came through the Canadian border. There was like 60 some fucking handguns that came through, and it's the same situation. They don't have the ability to do the same thing that you're talking about there either. Our borders are so fucking weak. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, the funding needs to be there, definitely.
Yes, the funding does need to be there. So why don't we start a GoFundMe?
There it is.
They would love that because...
I mean, we only get 10% of like the $3 billion we're going to need.
Well, that's fair.
We get 10% of the $3 billion that goes to fixing the borders for north and southern borders.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to promote it, we need something. So it'd be like $3 billion, so we'll need $300 million.
Yeah.
And we'll even pay taxes on it.
Sure.
I mean...
I got some other prop bets here for you on the debate.
Let's hear it.
First candidate to mention China. Who do you think's favored?
Oh, Trump.
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm gonna say Biden.
They are both even at -1.
Really?
It's gonna depend on the question that's asked.
True.
Yeah.
Because
if it's gonna be if it would be a question like, how would you deal with the Chinese blah blah in the South Pacific, and then Trump would go, well, I would just ask him to come over, we'll have some coffee, you could look at Ivanka, and
Yeah, Trump mentions China more than Biden, but like you said, it depends on the question.
It's the question and who gets to answer first.
Right. Yep. So that's probably why it's even.
And that dipshit, he, not gonna lie, they both right now need political advisors when it comes down to these fucking, because you remember when Trump ran last time, or when he ran the first time, and when he won, and his questions were that asked him, and it was his turn. I mean, the guy was a fucking dolt. He didn't know how to answer this shit. No, he answered it like he was in a boardroom of one of his fucking businesses, and then Hillary totally came in and answered it like a politician should.
And even that, I don't think is the right way to answer questions. I think the debates have gotten to the point where it's almost useless because the moderators will ask a question, and each candidate they'll give like a 5-second response to the question, just enough to where they can segue into a talking point.
Yeah.
So they won't say anything substantive, but they'll just say something that sounds nice to hear. Where it's like, no, I want to
dance
know
around the question.
I want to know what your fucking policy is.
Yep.
Don't just tell me, we're going to lower the debt.
Yeah, don't tell us what you think we want to hear.
Yeah.
Answer the fucking question.
Tell me you're going to lower the debt and how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
The question will be about lowering the debt, but then Trump will make it about the election being stolen at the end of his answer.
And
well, if I wouldn't have had the election stolen last time, our debt would be half of what it is now.
Dance around it.
And what pisses me off is that the moderators, other than they'll give the like laziest little pushback about, but the question is this, and then they'll let them repeat the answer, and then they'll be okay, thanks.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with because obviously each debate is only so long, so they only have so much to go to the next question.
And I think that should be, you know what, we only got through 2 questions because neither of you would answer what I was asking.
Right.
That should look bad for both of them.
You know what? I have a question that I would ask Trump that I know he would answer just like that. Mr. Trump, should it be illegal to raw dog a chick and just walk away from it? And he'll be like, I raw dogged so many.
Stormy, Ivanka.
He did say like not getting an STD was his own personal Vietnam. Like, he said that in the 90s, I think. Like
not getting an
like
STD.
yeah, like
is his own-
avoiding getting an STD was his own personal Vietnam.
So
like,
don't
he
you-
had to
You know,
he
maybe
had to
he's
fight
got-
hard.
Maybe he's got a point there.
So don't you think that, you know, if you ask him, hey, let's outlaw fucking condoms, and he'd be the first one to, yes, for every red-blooded American male, we are going to make it illegal for condoms to be used.
like-
and our population growth would go out the fucking window.
Yeah, I think Trump is really pro-abortion, but because
Yeah.
his
Oh, he
side
definitely
is
is.
so against it.
You know, he was
he was a-
Democrat way before. He just switched. What was it?
Yeah.
The turning point was
Finally,
the 90s, I think.
I think actually the thing that really finally officially turned him was when at the press corps dinner when Obama finally got up and he made a joke about Trump and Trump was there
Yep.
and the camera pans
A
through
lot of
it.
people
Yes.
made jokes.
And he didn't
about
like
it.
that fucking joke.
But when the man he was
pissed,
mad
yeah.
He was
and
pissed.
that
They
was
say that was when
that was
he
the moment
decided,
where he was like,
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
run for
Republican
president.
now and I'm running against him or whatever or
Yep.
whoever.
I also think he's kind of anti-gun too,
It wouldn't surprise me.
but because the NRA is so pro-Republican,
And
Here's one thing when it comes to the Second Amendment I fucking hate is when you get these super fucking dumbass redneck dipshit southern bred fucking Confederate, let's bring back the Civil War, I deserve to have a howitzer in my house, Second Amendment lovers, okay? Is when they talk about how the left is so fucking anti-Second Amendment, but they walk around with, well, they're anti-Second Amendment, but they got their Secret Service and they got their security guards that all carry guns. Wait. There's a reason for that. First of all, those guys are professionally fucking trained. They have went through hundreds of hours of training of sitting there. They do shit like they have 10 pop-outs in this gun range. And they have to be able to know which person to shoot, which one not to. Mm-hmm. These fuckers know this shit. And the reason why that the left has those, they don't want to fucking get killed because of some crazy fucking sadistic, I'm not going to blame it on the left or right, but any person to shoot them.
yeah.
They need them. You know how many fucking security guards that a random fucking celebrity has that's packing heat and they don't know? That you don't know?
yeah,
And that pisses me off because it makes people that are pro Second Amendment like myself look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know what? I am pro Second Amendment, but I don't have a gun in my house. I used to, but I don't. And there's reasons behind it. I won't get into that. Do I believe that all three of us should have the ability to have an AR-15 in your house? Yes, because it's your choice. Do I believe that you should have a fully automatic fucking AR-15? Negative.
Well,
Do I think that you should have a fully automatic M16 or M60? No. I believe you should be able to. So, I mean, I have my reasons, but I am not the fucking, the guy that believes that, oh, the fucking left, they're so anti-gun that they shouldn't have fucking, what do you want that fucking security guard to do when there's some fucking crazy guy with an AR that wants to kill their target? What do you want him to fucking spit bad words at him?
Well, I think even the people that are anti-gun would agree that people in that kind of power would be entitled to own that type of gun.
It's not that people on the left are anti-gun. Some, like, there
are some very left.
some that go, but it's such a tiny minority.
Yeah.
What the left is, what they actually believe, we actually believe, is in responsible gun ownership.
Yes.
It's just not anybody should be able to walk into a fucking 7-Eleven and walk out with a gun like you can practically do in Texas at this point.
Right.
It's
I believe, like you said, I believe in responsible gun ownership.
and just to ping off of what you were saying about how people try to paint people on the left as kind of hypocrites about, oh, what do they want their security guard
Right.
or their Secret Service to do then? Like, there's a hypocrisy on the right, kind of in the opposite direction, where there are no restrictions on the Second Amendment for those crazy people, but yet when they go to like conferences like CPAC or any conference where Trump is speaking, no guns are allowed on the premises.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
you guys talk about, gun or schools being gun-free zones, so it's ripe for someone to attack. Well, what about a conference where Trump is speaking? Like,
Yeah.
if more guns would keep people safer, then why don't you allow them?
Everybody's a hypocrite.
You're coming from a fucking right-wing family like you do, Lucas.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird.
And I think in Minnesota and kind of the Midwest in general, I think a lot of the old school conservatives actually do understand what
do.
some of the liberals are talking about, because my parents, they're conservative, massive hunters.
Do they haven't? I don't mean to get into your shit really. I just one little question really quick. Do your parents, either one of them, own an AR-15?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Before they would even let me sniff a gun, they insist gotta go through gun school safety.
Yep.
All
I
that
did.
kind of stuff.
I went through it.
They know that you need to be trained in how to handle a gun. They're very responsible about it.
And that's awesome, because my dad did the same fucking thing. My dad did the same thing.
And that, I think all that's completely fine. It's when any fucking Joe Schmo can walk into somewhere and walk out with a gun in some places 24 hours.
And Justin, and you're also, a little bit middle of the fucking road as I am. I mean, you lean a little bit more right, like I do too. But you've asked me on multiple occasions about this AR-15 situation and why. And again, and like I've said in the past, I've always believed in responsible ownership and training. Because I remember when I was young, I was 7, well, probably not 7. First time I got to shoot one of my dad's guns, I was probably 8 years old, and it was a hunting rifle, right? And I was me and my sister and my dad went out to, we had some land out by Wilson, and we threw it. My dad threw these fucking cans down in this coulee in this land we owned, and I was shooting my dad's 243, and my sister was shooting my dad's 270, both hunting rifles with scopes. And our dad was very fucking strict. He goes, so every time, before we even took the when my dad handed us the gun, the barrel was always pointed up, and then if we were going to shoot it, it was pointed but away from anybody. And before we took the shot, we took the gun off safety.
Sure.
Once we took that shot, we put it back on safety, but then we fucking released. We took the barrel, we loaded another round in, because it was it wasn't a semi-automatic. And that's how we learned. Then I had to go to hunter safety classes.
Yep, I did that too.
I agree about the Second Amendment part that you guys do. Are there some motherfuckers that, like you said, shouldn't walk into a fucking 7-Eleven and walk out with an AR-15 and a fully automatic fucking Uzi and shit? But there should be more. What do you call it?
Screening.
Screening, definitely, definitely. Oh, but the bad thing about it is that all it is a piece of paper.
Yep.
So
that's kind of
they can't. They'll.
No matter how much screening you do, at the end of the day, the wrong person will have their hands on that gun.
They're always going to find the wrong gun. Oh, the wrong person's going to get a gun.
It's just about doing what you can to minimize the chances of something like that happening.
Right.
the risk and reward is.
I would use an AR because I really want to go coyote hunting. I really do.
I do too, actually.
But and an AR is the optimal weapon for that,
Yeah.
or rifle, I should say, because when you're hunting when you're going after a coyote, those motherfuckers just run. You don't have time to keep fucking reloading.
Is that usually what's used to coyote hunt?
I mean, if
Or
you
they-
can get the fucking coyote to fucking stand still, go right ahead, and then use a regular fucking 243 or 270 bolt action.
I use a Bowie knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
He
all.
wrestles it.
That's all I kill
Yeah.
with is a Bowie knife.
I use a rail cannon stratagem. I don't know about you guys. That's what I-
Well, Lucas will throw the fucking poison stratagem.
Yeah.
He'll stun it first. But yeah,
I'm a
just
napalm.
use the rail cannon.
I'm a napalm guy. Okay.
dude, you're taking out a fucking pack of
Yeah.
coyotes.
Napalm should be illegal too.
But no, ARs are good for that type of hunting.
They're also pretty
But I
good
would-
for mowing down kids in a school.
Very
If
good.
you use it that way,
Unparalleled for that.
the gun's the tool, the person's the weapon.
Yes.
I myself, here's what I would have in my gun safe if I owned one. I'd have an AR, okay? I'd have a deer rifle, whether it be 270, 243. I would really like to have a 270 because they're fun to shoot. I would have a shotgun for bird hunting, and I would use I'd like to have a 45 or a 9 millimeter for self protection in my vehicle and or home, right next to my bed. But I'm not saying it's like it's underneath my pillow and I'm pulling it out like I'm fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger shooting. I would have it there just in case somebody broke into my house. What ARs? You show a fucking burglar an AR, that motherfucker's gonna about face and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But I mean, that would. Now you notice what I said. Each one of those guns would have a purpose, and 4 out of 5 of them were for hunting.
And the other one was for hunting children
Yes.
at the
Right.
at Uvalde.
Yeah.
Oh no! I'll
Or
just go
movie
to
theater.
I'll just go to your
Yeah, the movie theater.
I'll just fucking cruise through neighborhoods and there's one big.
You know
I
what's in my gun safe? Compassion and common sense. That's in my gun safe.
and no rubbers,
No rubbers.
no condoms.
No condoms. Yeah.
What other bets do you have?
There's some good ones in here. I just made 2. Did I say yeah, we said that one. Will Joe Biden's age be mentioned during the debate?
Yes. Although
Yes is plus 250.
it'll be mentioned by the moderator.
Yep.
So that's a good bet to make.
So how old is that fucker now?
Damn near 80.
He's like 80 and Trump is like 79 or
Yeah, I was
78
gonna say
and a
that
half.
fucking Biden's they're not that.
Yep, they're very close.
You know, our founding fathers were like in their 30s when they.
They
Yeah,
look like
but they
900.
like living
Yeah.
living to 40 was an
right.
achievement.
True.
So I know that Biden that was Trump's biggest fucking thing about when they were during the fucking the primaries and all that shit.
Yeah,
It was Trump kept bringing it up that Biden was Alzheimer's and he can't finish a sentence. Look at the last year, homie. You're not that far fucking off.
yeah. He just misnamed his doctor.
Twice in fucking twice in 15 seconds.
Yeah. So like neither of them really has much of a criticism
Yeah.
to make there.
What about,
They're both slow.
And you
They're,
know what fucking sucks is one of those two are gonna be our fucking
Yep.
is gonna be the option. That's
I don't
why
think-
I'm
Excuse me.
Robert F. Kennedy
Yes.
is not gonna make.
Nah.
He's going to be on all the ballots by July. So he says.
You know what?
not.
Yeah,
All three of us. My brother got 50 votes a couple years ago. Let's get him 53.
I don't know who I'm going to vote for.
I'm gonna vote-
I'm writing something in, but I don't know what.
I'm writing in my brother again.
Come on.
I live in North Dakota, so like it doesn't.
I have what?
Is it
three
really just
fucking-
the anti-vax shit that you hate about Kennedy?
I think that's it's definitely a big part of it because, and here's why. I think if nothing else, the primary responsibility of a government is to keep its citizens safe and healthy.
Yeah.
And I think undermining vaccines, which has eradicated polio, except for the places that don't really have vaccines, had completely eradicated measles from the United States.
Oh yeah.
And now this stuff is making a comeback
Yeah.
because of this anti-vax movement.
Yeah.
And I think it's horrible. I think if there's one thing that everyone should be able to agree on, it's about medicine and health and safety.
He says himself he's vaxxed. His children are vaxxed with the polio stuff. He just wants safety standards behind all that, more testing.
And that's the other thing too, is like,
but
first off, even this vaccine, the COVID vaccine, they gave it emergency use authorization. It happened quickly, but come to find out, the actual vaccine technology they've been researching this for like 20, 30, 40 years.
Sure.
They just haven't had something that the different bird flus and whatever. There was one of these flus was a precursor to COVID. It's the same virus, just it's a mutated version, same type of thing.
Yeah.
And so they just haven't had the opportunity the need to make a vaccine like that.
Let's say what he says is true, that he's not anti-vax, he just wants more testing. What else do you have against him?
Heroin.
I don't like.
He goes to meetings every day. He's off the heroin.
I don't like the way that I just watched an interview with him. He was on the Young Turks last week.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And the way that he constantly talks about his uncle to drop the Kennedy name is like, I think it's gross because there is not a single member of his family that supports him in
that's
this
what
run.
my dad says. That's why he
like
won't
they've
vote for
all
him.
spoken out against him, and he still uses
name recognition.
That's the only reason he's relevant is because of name recognition.
Part of it.
Because look at
But if he came out for president, one of our family members would come out against us.
Yes,
Anybody's
but
vote.
not like.
But they don't have the platform that these Kennedys do either.
Have you ever seen that movie with Eddie Murphy, The Distinguished Gentleman? It's
Only heard of it.
It's an Eddie Murphy movie, and what it's about is the guy was a con man, and he had a team of con men, and this motherfucker ends up getting elected to Congress because I believe his middle name was Thomas Jefferson. But the guy that he was taking over, the congressman that lost, was also last name Jefferson. So this conman ended up getting on the ballot. He was a third-party ballot, and it was the Silver Foxes. So they were like a political alignment of people over the age of 55, and they gave him the nomination, and he won because his name recognition, which is kind of like what you're talking about. I really believe. See, so now the guy doesn't make it on the ticket for the next
for the CNN debate,
right?
But they have their own rules, which are different from the
Right.
standard debates. So
Right. So I mean, he might make the bigger ones, and I'm just going to throw this out there: the chances that he might have a very good chance to win the presidency because of his last name.
Here's my prediction. I think he wins California.
I
I don't think so.
I think he wins the West Coast, California, Washington, Oregon.
I don't think he wins.
I don't think he wishes Oregon.
And
I don't
he's
think
got
he
a
wins.
small chance at Texas.
I don't think he
too.
wins any.
I think
It's very small. It's very small.
Yeah,
chance.
I mean, he definitely.
If he wins Texas, that's a big one right there.
You can tell California and Texas. Shit.
There's also
Which is weird because they're conservative, liberal. That is so. That's
Exactly.
yeah.
There's also a lot of time between now and the election where, like,
Yeah.
we already talked about how old both Biden and Trump are. One minor health scare between now and then is gonna push votes to Kennedy.
But goddamn, you put those three together. Like, how do you not vote for Robert?
The reason, for me, it's obviously the anti-vax stuff. And the second thing is, it's one of the reasons I hated Trump to begin with, is he has no governmental experience at all.
Robert?
Yeah, he's a lawyer, so he has more than Trump, to be sure.
Well,
because he knows law. But
80% of the fucking politicians have a political science degree, which is straight out of a legal Juris Doctorate.
But my problem with there's so many people now that just think, oh, I could do that.
Well, I
And
think
they-
he could. He's smart enough and more qualified.
He's definitely
knows.
more qualified
He knows.
than Trump. But
He would,
He's
At
more
the same time,
I think he's more qualified than Biden.
if
and
anything, I think that makes him
Biden's-
more attractive, not having government experience.
I disagree because I think you really need to know government is not just something anyone can walk into and do. I
But a
think
lot of them do. Fucking,
and to do that at
Carry it.
the house level or whatever, I think that's okay. But to just immediately jump into the presidency, which is
Look
this,
at
this goes to my problem with so many of the third party candidates, like the Green Party, the Libertarians, is like you don't even have a single elected representative, and you think that your party is ready to be president. No, start from the ground up. Get
Yeah.
local wins, then go to then get some national wins in the House and
Well,
the
look-
Senate.
I mean, look.
I agree with you, but I think Robert can do it. He's capable.
Look
of
at
it.
what Ronnie did.
I disagree.
Ron who?
Reagan.
Oh, fuck him! I hate Reagan.
He's the
Yeah, but
the
look at
reason
the-
we're in this mess
Yeah.
to begin with.
Reagan
Shit,
fucking
we've been-
is so overrated.
No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying about him is, it's kind of the guy went from being
An actor.
an actor. What was it?
Yeah.
Bonzo, the clown, or Bonzo the fucking monkey. He did a bunch of fucking westerns, and then he did some shit with this Bonzo the monkey type of shit. And all of a sudden, he got elected. Was it the House or the Congress? Or no, he was the governor.
Governor, was he governor of California?
I think he
I
was the
think
governor
so.
of California, and then he gets then he ran for presidency, wins it, and here's my deal: the only one out of between him and Nancy that did worth the shit for this country was Nancy.
Yeah,
Just
she was
say
running
no.
the show.
Just say, well, so was Hillary when fucking Bill was running it. So
yeah, and that's what like Trump was. Oh, I'm anti-establishment. I'm going to drain the swamp. But everybody he hired was swamp people.
Yeah.
yeah.
It just made the swamp deeper.
Yeah.
All of the
Yeah.
people that he has gone through, and the
And it
people
was
that are
because
still around him
he
are-
wasn't experienced and all that.
Well-
But Robert, I think, would have a better
He's
hold of all
he would
that.
be smarter.
And he would know who to hire where and all
Well,
that.
let's. I mean, first of all, look at fucking Biden's press secretary.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Both
Is it
of them.
John Kirby? No,
The
Kirby.
chick?
Yeah, the
The
chick.
black chick?
Jean Pierre or whatever.
Yeah, she's hot.
I would do stuff
What?
to her.
She's all right.
I would do stuff to her.
I think she's got short hair.
I was thinking more of the. We were talking about this the other day about the short hair shit. And then, but wasn't it? What's her name? Jen
Psaki. His
She was
first press
hot,
secretary,
yeah.
Jen
Was
Psaki,
hot.
the redhead.
She was.
Oh man.
Yeah, she had short hair too.
Yeah, but
But,
shoulder. It's like
yeah.
shoulder.
The other chick that you're talking.
That's a tough job, press secretary.
Oh,
It
it
is.
definitely is.
It
Definitely
is.
is. Because you're the one that has to go in and take the questions every day.
Yeah, you go through all the talking points ahead of time, but inevitably there's going to be a reporter that hits you with a question that you weren't.
CNN reporter.
Yeah,
What's
they-
his name? That
Jim Acosta's
Jim
really
Acosta.
good about it, and
Peter Ducey.
Peter Ducey. That
he
motherfucker.
grills the chick now.
and then
Yeah.
there's a guy. God,
No, he
what
was.
the fuck is his
he
name?
was the one. He also
He's the
grilled the
Fox
shit
News
out of
one.
Jen Psaki or whatever.
Yeah.
He grilled and she just couldn't. She was done. She was like, "Fuck that guy." They were gonna
Yeah.
ban him. Like, say you're no
She
longer.
did leave. I don't know
she's
why
now-
she left.
she-
MSNBC.
Yeah, she has
now.
a hosting gig on
Yeah.
MSNBC.
She
they
does.
all.
You know who she reminds me, Lucas? What's her name that used to work at O'Kelly's at the bar with me?
Oh, Nancy. No,
Yes.
Yeah, it is Nancy.
Nancy.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Nancy.
As soon as you said that, I've pictured her immediately.
Yeah, she's hot. She's I fucking
Wait, short hair, Justin. Remember?
Well,
And
you
just,
know,
uh,
exceptions can be made.
Oh.
And actually, just the way she talks too, like there's something about not her voice necessarily, but just the way that she articulates things is like, man, you could talk to me about tax code all night. Okay? Like,
all 9,000
fucking-
pages.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I could listen to you.
But that new chick, she just doesn't have it. I don't think she has the patience for it. But she's only there because I'm pretty sure once Jen got kicked to the curb, somebody just fucking grabbed a dice cup. You're up.
And I don't think she got fired. I think she quit because
I
I
think
think
she
she wanted
did too, yeah.
because as much as I hate press secretaries, and maybe it's because I thought she was hot, but I was like, God, she's good at this job.
Look at her. God,
Well, look, it's like
she's good. She's
How
good.
did she come up with that answer?
Yeah, she's
Ugh.
good. She's good.
you got but you also got what's her name, Conway. That was Trump's fucking
Kellyanne Conway.
gotta be-
There was
she
so
was
many.
hot.
Like,
Kaylee
McEnany was the hot one.
Yeah.
There was
Kellyanne
that.
Conway
Who
is
was
the
that?
skeletal.
The guy right away.
Yeah.
The
Oh, Sean Spicer.
yes
For like
yes.
13 seconds.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
there.
As soon
Everybody,
as,
He was kind of
everybody
a dork.
remembers what was her name again? McKinney or no?
Kaylee McEnany.
She was hot.
Yeah, yeah.
She
She's
was.
on Fox News now. All right. Yeah.
That's one thing we should do. We should go through how long is it? When was the very first press secretary for the presidents?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
and then
Only we have to-
and then rate them.
Top 5.
Fuckable,
secretaries,
non-fuckable, fuckable, non-fuckable.
Yeah.
See, that'd be a great song. Fuckable, non-fuckable, fuckable.
Yeah, maybe.
Drunks versus the world, fuckable game.
I just think let's fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans. We need a fucking independent in there.
I would take.
Let's
I would
fucking
take,
shake shit up.
I would
That's
take
what I'm saying.
Kennedy
Shake it up.
over Trump. Like, I want Biden to win, even though I don't like him and I hate. I think he's complicit
Yeah.
in the genocide of Palestinians, and he should be strung up at the.
He's trying to play
International
shit
World
in the
Court.
middle there.
Yeah.
That's why I vote for Dan Bartlett.
Well,
Daniel Edward Bartlett for president. I'm writing his name in because I don't fucking want to vote for anybody that's actually going to have a name on the ballot this year.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm going to write in yet, or even if it's going to be a person. I don't know.
I'll do it. Write me in. Would you
Just-
vote for me?
No, I'm voting for my brother. I already told
Yeah,
you.
fuck your brother.
Dude, I'm known a little bit longer than you.
Nah.
I might vote for John Fireball,
John Fireball.
Oh, yeah, I wish we had.
That'd be a good.
inventor of Fireball cinnamon whiskey.
That'd be a good wrestling name.
Hey,
John
not,
Fireball.
not officially sponsored by Fireball, but thank you for the swag, by the way.
If I ran for president, you would have to delete all our podcasts.
No, negative.
No,
Too bad.
own
Oh,
that
no, shit. You know what?
No.
Yes, I'll delete them.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah,
gotta
that
own
was-
it. I would own.
Did,
We were all.
fuck it.
Did I
we
say?
all said stupid shit.
Did you? In episode 5, did you talk about banging Tinkerbell? Yes, I
Yes,
did.
I did.
Yeah. Have you?
No,
Have
no.
you seen Julia Roberts
Oh yeah, she was the.
She was Tinkerbell.
OG, yeah, she was.
Dude,
the,
you know what?
in
And
a
she-
live action?
You know what's really
How
fucked
old
up?
was she in that?
That was after Pretty Woman. Well after. This
Oh,
was
was
in
it?
the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Okay.
Kate
'Cause
this
Moss's
was-
body anyway.
Yeah.
But I bet you that fucking Julia Roberts' body wasn't far from
I
that.
did not say I had sexual relations with Tinkerbell.
With that cartoon
With that
character.
cartoon character.
Also,
you
you're gonna have tons of evangelical support if you at least make the allusion to
Remember-
liking him a little young.
See, you also. Oh,
I
really?
never thought of it that
That's-
way. Yeah, you're right.
There's a reason that they are still passing child marriage laws in
And see,
some of these
and that's
states.
why you already have the also you have the support of the Drunks versus the World Church.
No, yeah, I didn't.
and the
think about
Drunks
that.
versus the World universe.
Yeah,
Yes, the
which is
universe.
just
It's
millions and millions of
millions
followers there.
of imaginary
Yeah.
people.
By the way, I think Hot Burgum is going to be VP for Trump.
I don't
he
think
is.
so.
I think he
Who
is.
is it going to? You think he is?
I think it's going to be J.D. Vance, the
I
guy
don't
from
think-
Ohio.
that's what I don't think so.
Ohio is no.
He wants
gets
it.
Just
nothing-
because he wants Ohio. That's-
Trump
Yes.
wants Ohio. He won Ohio.
Yes.
Last, and he fucking in Ohio. That was the only presidential. No, there was two more where Ohio didn't support, or they supported the president that didn't get elected. That was that they won the state. That state. It was Ohio.
Ohio is one of the
Did
biggest.
Trump win
swing
Ohio
states.
last election?
Yes.
He won it, and it was so
did win it.
So there was that theory that if you win Ohio, 95% of the time you
Yeah,
win the
that is-
presidency.
yeah, they
Yeah.
say
and
that.
then he also won. There was like two other states that if you win those ones, holy shit! There's probably somebody's getting carjacked.
But yeah, for a while, Ohio was
Hunter Biden out there stealing crap.
Ohio was the
Robert F.
decider between Democrats and Republicans for a while. Now it's not as much, but it
Yeah, there's
at
only
least the way things have fallen the last couple of elections, or maybe it's just the last.
he
one.
was one of 3 presidents who won it that
And didn't win.
get
The,
elected.
the big state to me is Pennsylvania, and that's why I
Pennsylvania.
think
And he won that one too.
Biden is from there. That's
by the
why.
way, he
Biden
lost
did
out.
win that, yeah.
Biden
Yeah,
did, but
I think that's why
overnight.
he's in the position he is now in the first place, is because they knew the Pennsylvanians would vote for him.
It's that, and then the fact
And
that
Florida.
Arizona and Georgia went to Biden, which that was
Yeah.
unheard of.
That
that
Georgia
was
was so
overnight.
close,
That
though.
shit
Yeah.
was overnight too.
It was,
I'm not
but
going to say anything about the conspiracy theories about the overnight shit, but I'm just saying is that those were because I remember me and you were sitting. Was it last year when me or last election when me and you sat here in the garage and we
It
had
might
an
have
election
been.
party? We didn't have sat here.
We should have one. We should have a live Drunks versus the World election party this week.
we sat here, drank beer, and watched the fucking results as they came in.
Yeah.
On election night, and he, I get it. His the person that was winning at the time, Lucas was pissed. He wasn't happy, and
But then when we wake up in the morning, Biden's ahead because of
Yeah.
the mail-in ballots.
it's that, and because early returns always favor at least. So
Historically.
early voting tends to favor the Democrats because that's usually mail-in stuff. Then the actual early returns on voting night are all rural areas because they're smaller. It's way faster to count those votes.
yeah.
but
So as you get into the overnight, the cities are starting to report because
Yeah.
Yeah, but there were so many counties that couldn't report because they're so rural. I mean, the not the counties, but it wasn't that they couldn't report. It's just that the townships and little towns and everything couldn't get their shit in time because, I mean, let's be honest here. The last 2 elections were very fucking shady. I'll say it for both of them. When I say shady, is because I kind of see what fucking what Hillary had said about certain fucking things, and I'm not saying that I believe that a election was stolen between Trump and Biden. I'm not saying that shit at all, but I'm saying that there are some shady shit that happened. These last 2 elections has pissed off everybody.
Yeah.
They make it so fucking hard to want to vote because they say that our vote counts, and the electoral college is weird.
yeah,
That's gonna be the next.
It's weird.
thing
I think
that,
it's fucking stupid.
But,
But I'll say this,
the popular
it
popular vote is just as fucked up
That's what I'm just gonna say. You know why neither election was stolen?
because of popular vote. They were
Because both of them were favored by Democrats.
yeah.
2016 and 2020.
Republicans haven't won a popular vote since 2004
Right.
when
Right.
it was
Yeah.
Bush v. Kerry.
Yeah.
But when it was that Bush v. Kerry again.
But
That
then
was
they'll
another-
say, well, they
but
go
that
to the
was
swing
an-
states and they stuff the ballots.
That was another fucked up. That was another fucked up election. Because and I'm not saying because of the popular vote. I'm saying it's because there was Kerry. I think was one of the other presidents that won Ohio, but lost the election.
He might have.
You know,
Yeah.
there was
Kerry was
That might
and
actually, yeah.
most elections were determined. Like I said, it was like 96% were determined by Ohio.
and it shouldn't come down to a single state. Like
Yeah, well,
It really
it's just
shouldn't.
kind of it wasn't because it was determined by. It's because whoever it was just there were 96% of the time whoever won Ohio ended up winning the election, and that's the only reason why Ohio and Florida and I think Pennsylvania. That's why they look at those 3 states so hard. They don't give a fuck about. Yeah, do you
Michigan
want
is
to?
also Michigan's also one
Yes.
of those. That's,
If you really think
you
about
wanna
it,
win-
it should come down to the popular vote.
It
It gives too much power to the swing states. What we have
Yeah.
now.
But again, now it's again we're going to look at it so bass backwards because like popular vote now right now Republicans are such it almost seems like a minority, and the reason is because of the way I believe on how our new generation is getting raised. The participation trophy kids. That's my belief.
Those kids, they don't vote though. Like,
But
the other ones do.
they do.
Not
they
really,
do.
not as
They're
much as the other ones.
they're also the same. Yes, they do vote. They will vote. Mercedes, my oldest daughter, is planning on voting this coming year.
Yeah, that's one.
Okay. Emma's planning on voting this year.
That's two.
They vote, but they vote at the lowest rates.
But I'm just saying and it's because once we get older, this shit's going to happen. This is the generation that we're putting our futures into their hands. And it's the poor me generation. I'm not saying it's all left.
No, I'm not even thinking that. I'm thinking they have a right to think that because
I don't.
it is.
I wish every kid was fucking raised like I was.
People wonder why. Oh, no one's having kids anymore. The population is plummeting. The population's not, but birth rates are plummeting. You know why? It's because no one can fucking afford to have families anymore.
I was saying condoms.
That's part of it, but I also think
90% of it. My parents. I look at the difference between what my parents made and what I make and the kind of home that they could have versus what I can have, let alone what my grandparents had on virtually a single parent income. And they owned a house.
Brand new car.
Yep. Multiple cars.
And a fenced yard.
Had 4 kids. And they could do that on 1.5 incomes. My grandma didn't. She wasn't like a full-time employee anyway.
I would say that's just part of the problem.
But today, two income households still have trouble affording a child, let alone the 2.3 that people need to have to increase population.
Did you guys? And I don't think Justin did. And this isn't anything against you, but Lucas, did you ever watch Punky Brewster back in the day?
It was just before my time. I've seen some of it.
So there was an episode where Punky had found out, she had overheard that at the national average at this time it cost $18,000 to raise a kid from birth till they were 18 years old. And I can't remember what the father's name was or the adopted father's name was. Because he was a single dad, and he adopted Punky. And if I remember right, Punky had tried to raise the money to help pay for her. And when she couldn't, she decided she had told him, well, I'm going to go back because you can't afford to raise me. And it was a fucking sad episode because that was true. That was true back. I mean, my parents, I was born in 75. My sister was born in 76. My brother was born in 71. We grew up, and for the longest time, we had a single income. My dad bought a house. We didn't have the 2.3 kids. We did have a dog, but it was a mutt. They bought a house. And back then,
2.3 because you had Dan, Christy, and you.
That's 2. That's 3.
That's 3. So that's over the 2.3. So.
So that's why we were poor. But Yeah,
but you could still managed to raise 3 kids.
It wasn't easy. Fuck no. We talked about this the other day, and it's so now with me and Kelly, me and the wife, we raised Emma. I came in the picture when Emma was 9, but we were living in an apartment, and we were both dumb back when we were kids. We couldn't afford to buy a house because we were too busy partying and drinking. For as much money as that we spent on drinking, we could have fucking bought a sick fucking house for North Dakota standards back then. An $1,800 a month mortgage. That's what we were spending on our booze and partying or whatever, on top of what our rent was, and we were still making it. Yeah. That would have been like a $2,700 a month if we would have added our rent into it. I get it. It sucks. Everything right now, as far as economy, is garbage.
Yeah,
that's good. It's good if you already have money. That's great.
I don't blame the economy and the status of where we are as far as why we're not having enough children. I think it's more layered than that. That's part of it.
Right now, the biggest part. I think the other part is in order to just make enough money to survive, people are working themselves to the bone, and they have their mental health is
The primary generation that's running this fucking country now is Gen X. My generation.
I think the boomers are still running
it's still
it.
the boomers.
The boomers are dying off.
Look at Biden and fucking Trump.
Yeah, they should be dead.
And all those people.
My mother was
still
a
running
boomer.
it.
They're still the ones at the top of all. They're
they're the
sitting
ones-
on all the boards of directors.
Yeah.
But okay, so what I'm saying though is when it comes down to when I say Gen X is running it, I say it and I don't say it lightly. It's because we know that the boomers are slowly going away. They're the ones that have fucking savings accounts. They have investments. They were smart with their money. We, as in before you guys, Gen X, didn't. We were told about it, but we didn't give a fuck. So we pissed it away.
It's not even that they were smart with their money. It's that they had jobs with pensions. And
Yeah.
Well, we have. I mean,
some places still have pensions, but most, no, they get rid of them.
let me ask you guys this question: out
It's
of
in
the
the
three of
profit.
us here, who has, if all three of us were to retire right now, who has retirement? Who has a pension, or not a pension, but who has money saved up to retire right now?
I have
Not enough to retire.
Yeah,
No,
Not
but
enough.
I'm just saying if we were all at retirement age right now, who could retire? Who has money to retire?
If I was right now at retirement age, I couldn't retire.
Yeah,
I don't have
couldn't
enough.
They say you need like
I guess
$2 million
I guess you guys are kind of missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you have money put away and you have money put away. I
Some.
don't.
Yeah.
And it's because it wasn't because that we weren't told about it. We didn't give a shit. Because our parents, holy fuck, that car's gonna wipe out. Anyway, my parents' parents were the ones that are fucking doing this shit. My parents struggled. I'm struggling. But the generation after us, we're told a little bit better. Now my kids know that, hey, we're going to need to have something. So that's why I'm saying Gen X got screwed. But we're the toughest sons of bitches. We'll survive.
I think whatever the current generation is, I think they're the ones getting screwed because they're not going to be able to
Gen Z.
survive when they're 60 years old, when the droughts hit because of global warming or
Hey,
climate
That's
change.
totally fake.
And it's gonna
Yeah.
be-
This is obvious. It's obvious for any person who doesn't believe in fucking climate change, global warming and shit. Any person who doesn't believe it needs to pull their head
it's
out
like
of their
every
ass.
year
And they're gonna
there's
go
a record drought continuing.
Look what's going on
record,
down
yeah,
south.
like
They're gonna go fucking deaf because when they hear that big old pop when they pull their head out of their ass, they're gonna go deaf. So, anyway, gentlemen, you know what? This has been another rather long episode. Before we sign off, I just want to let everybody know. Check us out on Good Pods, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, all the places that you could find a podcast. Check us out. And we'll be there. And we'll be there to, send us a question. Go to drunksversustheworld@gmail.com. Send us a question. And we'll try to fucking tell you you're an idiot, but not so subtly. Justin, do you have anything that you'd like our listeners to know? Or hear?
I just want to say that flavored sunflower seeds are better than original.
You
God.
said that last
God.
week.
I know.
they are not.
I can't say
They
it
are
enough.
so much worse than regular
I
sunflowers.
can't say it enough.
And RFK shouldn't run for president.
Not,
Yes,
after,
do you have anything that
RFK
you'd
should
like
at
to
least
say?
be in the debate.
not after that brainworm ate
Oh,
his
come on.
fucking
Oh,
brain.
that was
You know, a
fucking
billion people in the world have
Yeah,
brainworm.
but and you know what? That would be more acceptable to me. I would be more willing to let it go if he hadn't used it as an excuse to say, "No,
I'm
I can't
dumb
pay
as
my
fuck."
ex-wife. I can't pay my ex-wife this money because I had a brainworm that ate my brain, so I can no longer do
well.
complex work."
Those depositions, you would have done this.
I'm also
no, I wouldn't. That's
I'm part of America's favorite fucking family, so I can't pay you.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
He's
that's
the best out of the three.
I mean, no, he's
Most
not the
qualified.
best. He's this.
You know, I'd take the dipshit from fucking Florida.
Just
fucking,
give him a
what's it,
chance.
DeSantis?
No,
he's a
no,
retard.
the old
He's a
fucking-
retard. A
Yeah,
retard.
No,
He's
wasn't
retarded.
not DeSantis. What the fuck
Fucking
was
Rick
it?
Scott?
Jeff, that other Kennedy from Florida.
Actually, don't.
Wasn't it? It doesn't matter.
Jeff
anyway,
Kennedy.
No.
I don't know.
Anyway, Lucas, you have anything you'd like to say?
I'm voting for Robert Kennedy.
I'm voting. I don't know. Who
Say
to
hi to
vote
your
for yet.
mom
So
Consider Kennedy.
Say hi to your mom
Sign
for
off.
me.
I'm not going to say hi to your mom.
I did. Say hi to your mom for me.